In the day. This is our first of the new year. So I'm going to tackle some of the challenges that we have when we're starting something new, starting a new year, starting a new project, even when you're starting your new business. So, what is that? And the big thing is reclaiming your time. Whenever you're going into something new, that means I used to do things one way and now I need to do them differently. So today we're talking about 3 tips for you to reclaim your time. And the reason I'm bringing this up is because a lot of you are at the cusp of saying, I'm going to be different. This year has to, be my best year yet. I have all these goals, all these ambitions for the year, but if you don't figure out how you're going to make time to get this stuff done, you're going to be saying the same thing for the following new year and the same thing in 3 or 6 more months, right? So let's talk about this. A few months, well, actually, a few years ago at this point, I used to do a blog called Reduce the Crazy. And the entire point there was we all have a lot of stuff going on. Our lives can feel really crazy, especially if you're anything like me, a mom, a wife, active in ministry, running a business, helping with other businesses that are in my home or in my immediate family. It's just a lot to manage. And then you throw in simple things like cook dinner for people like every single day, like they need to eat food every dinner time. You just feel like, oh my gosh, this is so crazy. Like life just feels so crazy. So that blog was all about reducing the crazy because I used to hate it when people told me, oh, just stop doing this, stop doing that. I'm supposed to stop taking care of my kids or stop doing ministry when I know I'm called there or stop building my family income. Like, what are you saying? So it was all about reducing things, making them more manageable. So today's topic, reclaiming your time, was definitely a big part of what I used to teach about all the time. And I still do. I just don't use that same term, but we're going to use it today, reclaiming our time. If you remember a few years ago, Auntie Maxine coined that term because she said, I need to reclaim my time. So I love it and I want you to love it too. And when you find yourself being crazy, I want you to remember these 3 things that you can do pretty easily. Some of them might be challenging only because you've never done it, but I'm telling you, as you get used to doing it, they will become easier for you. So, number one, I wrote it in the description if you read it. One of my suggestions is hide. And you might be listening to me like, are you crazy? Like, how can I hide? Well, here's the thing. We do this whether you believe you do it or not. Because when you want to play that game on your phone or something else, you just kind of tune out everything else that's going on. And you're in your room or you're in your car because you drove home and you didn't want to get out yet, and you do those few minutes of things that you want to do, basically kind of hiding out from everybody else. So I want you to take that same thought and use it toward reclaiming your time. So in this case, you could use it, one, because you're working really hard and you need a break, or two, you need to find the time to actually work. So, for example, when my kids were younger and I was home more, or if I was in the bakery all the time and I had this other business that I'm starting, I had to figure out how can I get these things done. So hiding, as funny as it sounds, became like one of the easiest things for me to do. So here's what I mean by that. What I mean is you're going to be intentional about stopping what you're doing, going to a different location and doing something different. So if you are looking for the break because you're working so much, maybe you're in your office, maybe you're at home, I'm not sure where you are, like out in the world, right? I want you to find a different space outside of your desk, outside of where everyone can reach you, and go and physically move yourself and be in a different space. So if you're at home, go to the basement, go to a floor that nobody else is using. Go to the guest bedroom, close the door, right? Those are some few hideouts. And I'll tell you, if you have the guest bedroom and you have young kids that are old enough to take care of themselves, if you need a nap, oh my gosh, it's the best place. Nobody usually goes in the guest bedrooms. They're usually there. Nobody touches them. Like, you just leave them. So go in there, make that your nap space, make that your Bible study space, whatever it is. But just know that you can go and get away for a few minutes. The same is true if you're trying to work, right? So if you are in your office, you could get away by going to a different floor from the rest of your team, going to a different area when it's time for lunch, and just escape, right? Give your mind an opportunity to literally do a shift, because you're shifting your position and you're shifting your environment. So you might have laughed initially when I said hi, but I really do want you to take seriously. Are there some spaces, are there some times that I can carve out to do something different that's going to help me, one, stabilize myself, right? Because if you're super stressed out, there's no reason for us to be talking about you building a business, because you can't build it from that stressful place. So, one, it may be you reclaiming your time so you can de stress, calm down, take perspective of what's going on. But two, if you are really working, then this taking, like, hiding is your way of getting some things done that need to get done, that you don't need all the other distractions for. So hiding was a really big thing when I did a lot of life coaching. I was always like, okay, where can you go that's going to give you a few moments of peace? And the funny thing is, back then, the big hiding spot was very easily your car, because you go outside, you get in a car, and you can take a phone call there, you can work there, whatever you needed to do. Um, and then it's funny because now we see a lot of people who do video blogs and everything from their car. So the hiding absolutely works. So that's my first tip. Hide if you have to, whether you're using it to de stress from your busy, crazy day, or if you're using it to find some time to get things done that you have to get done. Number two, you've heard this a million times, but you don't do it. And I'm going to reinforce it here. In order to reclaim your time, you have to learn to say no. N-O. N-O, no. We're on like Sesame Street. No, no, N-O, no. The reasons why you need to say no is because your plate is full and you still have to get things done. You're behind on deadlines, or you're going to be, unless you can carve out the time to get some things done. Your work is starting to slack off or pick up because you are managing and juggling way too many things, right? That's another reason why you need to start saying no. If you are trying to finish a project and you just can't seem to hit the finish line, start saying no to everything else that's distracting you from finishing. And then finally, if you have overly picky clients, overly picky people that you're dealing with, and it's taking way more out of you than you thought, and you're now delivering a less than quality thing, say no to other stuff so you can finish this particular project. Um, the thing that you have to recognize is when you don't say no, what you're doing is jeopardizing all the things you've already said yes to. So, for example, if I said, yes, I could do my daughter's hair. Yes, I can take this client meeting. Yes, I can cook dinner. Yes, I can also attend this ministry meeting, and they're overlapping. That every single time that I say yes, I literally was saying the other things that I put on my plate already aren't that important, or I'm just going to try to figure out how to get it all done. You don't win an award because you have juggled more things than the other person. What you're really doing is saying you don't know how to manage your time, and you're literally disrespecting all the other deadlines, all the other obligations that you've already put on your plate. So stop looking at saying no as being mean to the person who asked you. Say no because you need to have a protection plan for all the things that you've already said yes to. That's what you need to do. So saying no is your way to protect all the things that you've already said yes to. Okay. So we talked about hiding, we talked about saying no. Um, and I can get into saying no. I mean, there's a lot we could talk about. Well, here's a last thing I want to add. Consequences of saying yes to more things, right? Your original clients are going to be upset with you because you're not going to be able to deliver the way that you thought you would, and you're not going to be able to keep the commitments that you said. Your original deadlines will not be met because you've added way too much to your plate. Your quality of work for everything is so much lower when you're just piling and piling things on, right? You may end up losing clients because now you're late on things or the quality is poor and people don't want to deal with that from you. Your clients will start to request refunds. And that's when it's going to really hit you because it's affecting your pocket, right? Your costs will go up. Your stress level is going up because you're adding more and more things. Um, and I said your cost goes up because you're now stressing yourself out doing too many things and you don't factor in that that costs you something too, right? So when I say do my daughter's hair, attend the meeting, work on this for my client, have all this stuff going on. Well, now I have to trade my time for convenience meals, disappointing my kids. Like that costs me more than just balancing myself cooking the meal at home. I'm now cooking or eating on the go, buying my kids fast food or something that we really shouldn't eat often. And we think that that's okay because it's like, well, I could afford to buy the meal and I needed my time. Well, it's because you didn't manage your time well in the first place, right? Ultimately, one of the biggest things when you say yes to so many things and you don't learn how to say no is that people around you stop trusting you. They don't trust your judgment. They don't feel like you're going to make good decisions. And especially if you are a manager with a team, your team starts to not like working with you because there's always so much stuff going on and they don't feel like you're going to ever give them enough time and space or your own attention so that they can get their job done. So, those are some of the things that you are giving up when you constantly say yes to everything. So, saying no has a ton of benefits, including less stress and less worry and less projects that you're managing all at one time. The last thing that I'm going to share is our number 3 point on how to reclaim your time, and that is sticking to your to do list. We create them all the time. I have notes all over my desk of stuff I'm going to do, things I'm going to get done. And if you don't stick to it, then what is the point of writing it? So, what I'm going to recommend is that you keep a list of the things that you need to get done and possibly just make a to do list for the day. What are you accomplishing today? And just make sure no matter what, you get that to do list done. So, that means if something else comes up, you have to say no. If that means okay, it's closer to the end of the day, I didn't get this done, now I need to use the hiding. Just make sure that you are sticking to your to-do list. So reasons to stick to it is so that you stay organized, that you're completing your tasks. Things aren't getting lost. So for example, if I had to get this project or this piece of the project done in order for me to pass off some work, then now if you're keeping to your to-do list, you can do that and then remember that it's time to pass some work off, right? So it allows you to manage your side projects or other things because you're sticking to your time frames. You're getting some things done in a timely and orderly fashion so that other things can happen, right? It's easier to get help when you have a list because I remember several times when I was managing my house, my kids, all these other things, and I would just want help. But if I wasn't organized enough to say, hey, mom, can you help me by babysitting the kids? Or can you help me with laundry? Or can you help me prep some meals? I needed to understand where did I need the help. And if I had a list of what needed to get done, it's easier to ask someone to come on board with you to finish something versus just saying, oh my gosh, I need help. I'm so overwhelmed. Nobody knows what to do with that, right? People respect you for staying on task. So, unlike when you said yes to everything, here, when you're keeping your to do list and staying on task, people will start to respect your time because they know she has things to do. Let me get on the list maybe for tomorrow. And they will start to respect that this is the way you operate. Um, Yes. And ultimately, when you're keeping to your to do list, you are going to produce better. You're going to produce things that allow you to be more focused. So, that is one of the other added benefits is that your quality of work, your focus into your task will go up because you're not just doing a whole bunch of random tasks. So, that was my tips for you guys today. 3 tips to reclaim your time so that you can get more of the things you want done. And for most of you listening to me, I am here to encourage you as a business owner, as a woman in ministry, as a mom to get things done. You absolutely can do it. You just have to be a lot more intentional so that all these different parts of your life don't overwhelm you. So, I'm excited for all the things that you guys are going to accomplish. And I would love for you to tell me some other things that you've used to reclaim your time, or if there are ways that you've used hiding, even tips on how you've kept your to do list, or nice ways that you've learned how to say no, or other reasons why you say no. I would love to hear. So drop me a line in the comments. Thank you guys for being with me for this Win the Day, and I will see you next time. Have a great day. Be productive. Bye.